Good morning, everyone. This is Anne-Marie. Today is Tuesday, February the 4th, and we are taking a look at the market. We got some big news coming towards the end of the week. Could have been what it was that we were looking for, but all of a sudden, we've made a pretty good drop. In the last few days, the market's really had quite a bit of a tumble. What we seem to be doing is stair-stepping down. Now, for those of you who may or may not remember and just want a refresher, let's go back to the formation that we are looking at. This formation is a giant butterfly beginning somewhere around October of 2007. So it's very, very interesting. Essentially, it completed somewhere around December 2013 and has been chopping around here for quite some time. Here's the moral of the story. First, if you saw this pattern and you said, all right, I see that that's a butterfly, I believe that that's a potential reversal zone, so I'm going to step in front of that trade and take a short, you would have been correct. However, if you did not have the staying power to last the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 weeks in the range, that didn't matter. It didn't matter that you knew what was going to happen because you couldn't last, and so, you're either out of the trade or down or whatever. Okay? So, that being said, the best thing to do is usually to wait for the break of the region. And so we've got these three relatively symmetric regions of sideways activity that I have been measuring. We dropped through the bottom of one, through the bottom of the other, and now here we are at the third. That's a pretty critical region. It is the top of this wick. If we lose that area, we're looking at about the 170.90 to 170.50 area. Notice the 50 on the weekly is about 168, 169. So we are looking at that. And then this wave action here that I have measured is the CD leg. And typical retracement comes anywhere from the 38.2 to the 61.8 in any kind of healthy formation. Okay, so what we're looking at, let's shift this one up just a bit. Let's put it here. Okay, so we're looking at maybe 171 to 170.50, something like that. And then if we lose the area, we're looking at the 168 to come in to the 50 on the weekly. If we go to the daily, very quickly we can see that the 200 on the day is sitting right there at my arrow, at my oval, and that is potentially a space. But notice, this is a really big region, right? A move up and then down. If actually, and let me, just for grins, no, you know what? Yes, no, I shall borrow this just for a moment. Let's say this was the main wave. Let's snap it. We've got a 50% retrace right there at the base. Yeah, so I don't like that one too much, not as well as I would like the others. But here we are moving through this space. This should be a support region. Pre-market, we are bouncing. Here's going to be the tell. We're sitting in between the 50 and the 200, much closer to the 200 than we are at the 50 at this point. So what we anticipate is a bounce into resistance and then a test eventually of that 200 simple moving average, which is around that 170.50 area. So potential target region. It's also a pretty fair target region because of prior resistance here that turned into new support, and so we'll be watching that as well. But this is kind of a key region and certainly why we're bouncing. I did say yesterday on Twitter, I really did feel like we were bouncing, and so this pre-market is great that we've got it popping to the upside there. Here are a couple things to look at. It's a good thing that we did not trend lower overnight, and so we will be watching for continued price action on the rebound. That's always a better looking thing for us to have. And so we anticipate the move here. The moment of truth is going to come somewhere around this 177 to 176.50 area. If we fail to recapture that region, it is going to telegraph another low, and then that's going to pull us into this area. So bottom line for the day, looking for bounce activity. And that bounce activity could bring us into the 177 region. Ultimately, that's really what we're looking at. It could pop up and come right into the 50, but if it begins to pop up there and starts losing steam, we know it's got downside momentum. It should come right back into these lower levels and these support regions ultimately. Okay, what's the moral of the story? Bounce activity very likely into resistance at this juncture, and it may end up being a very tidy place to have support. Notice the volume action here at the very end. Pretty sizable. We haven't seen that buying volume since over here back in December, right? That's the last time we saw some buying volume like that. So could be pretty good bounce activity. We'll watch it, see what's going on, and then act accordingly. Hey, good luck trading today.